What up? What up? What up? World Hatap. It's Capresh. Welcome to the Monday Jump Off number 69. We're in the building. Um, it's it's a beautiful day to be you. Beautiful day to be me. We're gonna talk about some things. Certain things I try not to discuss, but then I did get like 6 requests just to discuss it. So I'm gonna go in and but before I start, I'm gonna read something from Acts of Faith, Lana Von Zant. I really like this book. May 9th, waiting for a particular turn of events is a good way to lead yourself into disappointment. Depending on anyone to make you happy, make you feel good, or lift your spirit is a sure way to place yourself in isolation. When your joy is dependent on people and conditions, it is restricted. Joy must spring forth from before it can surround you. Joy must be the way you walk, the way you speak to those who come into your realm. Joy is knowing you are doing what you can, the best you can, and you are feeling good about it. Joy is knowing time is on your side, and wherever you are the joy. Joy is taking a moment to say thank you, a day to do for yourself, and an energy of sharing what you have. Joy is not what happens to you, it is what comes through you when you are conscious of the blessing you are. You are the source of joy. So yeah, that's that's a whole world. So um the brother, I would say now he has reached probably to a certain degree a level of iconic status in a very short period of time. Kevin Samuels passed away, and wow, at age 56. First things first, I want us, especially as black men, I want us to live to see old age, meaning to be in our 80s and 90s. That seems to be a very, hard play for many of us. So I would love to see more of us aging, into our older ages. My father passed away in his 50s. My uncle passed away in his 50s. Hell, Prince passed away in his 50s. Michael Jackson passed away in his 50s. We need to start getting to some old age. And that would be really awesome. A lot more often. But I will say this, it's regardless if you agree with someone or their worldview, basically you can never let somebody take control of your emotional state as an adult, especially as an adult, and then begin to celebrate someone's death as if life is just whatever, as if you know you come from this perfect family, this perfect realm. Like you don't have that drunk uncle, drunk aunt, that cousin that steals. Like it. What I'm saying is this: just after people die, the journey is done, right? Meaning, if a person wasn't, violating kids, some type of serial killer, um, I guess committing like supreme Ponzi schemes and things of that nature, somebody's opinion shouldn't, rattle you in such a way that you break your own honor code, you break your own emotional state and celebrate their death and wish them harm. And it's just weird. It's just weird. We're living in very strange times where as basic stuff that you just didn't do, at least not publicly anyway, right? um that you just didn't do is just being done. And it's just odd because in particular eras, in particular times, like it is quite possible somebody would have slapped your head off your shoulders or punched you or whatever, choked you, or just pulled you to the side and said, nah, we don't do that, right? Like that was always the first to go like, nah, you incorrect. And then people will tell you why you're incorrect. But I think like to cherish a man's death in a way, you know, it was just very bizarre for me, especially, you know, those people that talk about, you know, crystals and chakras and, you know, melanin and you know, like, you know, all the ethereal thought processes, right? All the like, oh, I am in the clouds, I am beyond this process, and then to cartwheel and glorify someone's death. That that's as that's as savage as just that's as regular, savage, earthly as a monkey just looking for a banana ultimately. So, you know, it gave good opportunity to see who's who and what's what. So I would just say, you know, a lot of things is just cat out the bag on folks. And that's good too, to understand people's truth and to understand people's level with things, right? It doesn't make anyone good or bad. It just makes you want to observe them a little bit more before you participate in their so-called spiritual doctrine and process. Because if you can't be honorable enough in yourself to know that, you know, you don't really, you know, take a pigeon shit on someone when they die, especially if the shoe didn't fit, right? Because it's a simple question. You know, I wasn't a a fan. I think I've only seen like 4 or 5 videos, but his definition of high value is not my definition of high value. His definition was based off, you know, having material, which is important. Uh, but my definition is having like honor and character first, and your disciplines, and then it's your influence, and then it's your, you know, how what you can create, and then that, and then the money, and then we can get into the high value stuff, right? Like what is high value? You know, how you treat your mother, how you treat your children, type of thing. It's really what makes how you treat others, how you treat those that you dislike. You know, your view on certain things is really what makes a person high value on my end. But on his end, it was, you know, it was really money, influence, the ability to get things done, which is also part of having value and knowing where you are in the esteem of time that you exist. So it's nothing wrong with that. You might not have like the tonality, but we are always judged. You know, there's somebody judging me right now, and either going like he needs better lighting, or, you know, da 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 da, or what's that symbol on the shit? Like, you know, not realize this is my brand, right? So it's interesting how everybody is judged, but that, you know, that doesn't make a person, you know, evil per se. And to act like they were evil and to act like what you were doing is, you know, 2 thumbs up, you wow, you're a little detached from reality, I would say. So still like to say this, you know, let's keep good emotional fortitude and understand death is just a continuation of this journey, because we're all getting out of here, right? Life has 100% kill rate. I repeat, life has 100% kill rate. But just because you're breathing right now doesn't mean you're living. So I want you to live, you know, go create, you know, that cookbook of all your aunts and your grandma's favorite recipes and make that family heirloom. I want you to go out and collect all your uncles and your father's wisdom and put it in a book and bring it out to the people. I want what's best for you that you can do in this lifetime. So, you know, that's it, you know. And I just wish everybody good emotional stability, have, you know, peace in yourself. And let's get to it. Let's conquer the week, team. Remember, there's one life, one love, and you are the king or queen of your existence. I'm Compression. It's the Monday jump off number 69. Peace.